okay, we've got, you know, this, and then it's like, okay, we'll wait to be first in line. No problem.
Yeah, that's the only thing we need right now, patience.
Yeah. Well, and totally understandably, you know.
And I will also take times. I would love to do myself as well, from scratch, from beginning to the end. So I'll be very happy as well, because I'm always in my dream to be going down.
Yeah.
So, there you go,
You're going to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they're going to start now, like what Ali was just saying, they're going to start by teaching these, you know, people how to build with it, and then that'll be able to spread out. So you're going to...
This is just the beginning. I'm really excited about this. This is just the beginning, and it's the more people that know about it, the more people that get involved, the more projects can be take off and plant the seeds
100%. Just the beginning. So we can't let her leave. This one is like.
Is your time up or something?
No, well, no. I decided this year that I'll make this more my base now, because I've been coming to Kenya since I was a baby, because my family is here, but then since for like the last 5 years, it's been more longer terms, like more than like 3 to 6 months periods, because I started with researching about plastic, then I found FlipFlopi, and another project as well in Europe, and since then I've been involved in both those projects. So I've been coming to Kenya and then staying in Lamu or going on the expedition. But this time I decided, and it's been always like, why do you leave again? Why do you leave? It's been always like painful. So now I decided this will be my base. From here I will visit other people, family. Yeah. But it feels like a good decision to be right now to have this as my base.
What's your other project in Europe?
It's called Precious Plastic. You might have seen some of the machines around. It's like basically also plastic recycling, but doing it on a small scale.
It's in the visitor center, so I'll show you those.
Developing the machines that are like, you know, commercial and more known in the industry. Developing them in the way that they are small scale and replicable, modifiable, and open source. So open source.
Oh, beautiful,
and so they've been like designed and are like, you know, you can have it in your living room if you wanted to, and build it yourself if you wanted to.
She would have one in her living room.
Some people actually have a shredder in their living room, like a small one. Right. And yeah, it's all online. People can look up the tutorials, and it comes with a whole academy of, you know, what plastic types, how do you make molds, how do you make a business around it? How do you connect with the community?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So that's like, it's a community, small-scale open source project, basically, to make.
And what countries are involved in that? In the EU or?
The whole world. It's open source.
Oh,
it's it's been developed in the Netherlands. Then the team grew with people from Europe and outside Europe. And as all this stuff was shared online, we have a map where you can see all the different workspaces all over the world. And that's actually only a fraction of it, because not everyone puts their pin on the map. Because it's like they can do whatever. So only the community people put their pin on the map. The other ones just make business.
So precious plastics.
Precious plastic.
Awesome. Thank you.
Katharina is awesome because she has so much energy, and she runs these small machines at the expedition. There's a bicycle crusher and then a small extruder, and she's, you know, not only engineer, industrial designer, I don't know, she has all these qualifications, but she's just mwalimu, she's a teacher, and all the kids love her. And she's got mostly Swahili down, so like she can do it all in Swahili. And
this expedition I learned a lot about the plastic recycling terms, like kuyusha, kusaga, shredding, melting.
Yeah.
Every day I learn a little bit more.
Even me, I just learned kuyusha.
What does that mean?
To melt.
Oh, to melt kuyu.
I have a really hard time with that.
In the normal life, you don't need that very much.
Well, but
it's chocolate, but we don't really make a lot of chocolate.
And so then Katharina, we kind of cruised up because Ali was in a bit of a hurry, but she's the one that's making cakes and breads in that solar oven and trying to design that. So the idea was originally that when you shred it, you wash it, you extrude it, and when you extrude it, it's still warm. So if you could put it in that solar oven, it could maybe stay warm enough so that you could start bending it to making the shapes. Now I think they're going to probably a 4-part rib where you make 4 4 different pieces and then attach them together.
The idea of that modular thing is not that the plastic itself will be modules, but the mold where you put your plastic in will be modules.
Okay.
Because the thing is that the boat like has so many different shapes, right? In the front it's like this, then it's like this, then it's like this.
And the video said it was the thing of keeping the heat consistent throughout the entire mold,
you did your homework. That's very good. So because it's very. If you imagine all those shapes need one extra mold for that shape, that's not efficient. Like that's so much metal, so much manufacturing. So what we want to do is like the modular molds, so you can attach them. Like you have different curvatures, and then depending on how you put them together, you have different curvatures.
That's awesome.
You put the mold together, and then you melt the plastic inside, so it becomes.
But then how do you get it out?
The molds would be open like this.
Oh, nice.
And so that's something. Once we have our planks and everything sorted and we know the process exactly, because there's some things we still have to figure out, we'll start making those big parts. Don't know.
Oh, we were talking about the solar oven and trying to bend
and the idea of that one was not to bend it, because like we wanted to try that, but it was pretty soon obvious that it was not hot enough to actually get the plastic to a bending temperature, but to actually just keep because it's such big parts and also not straight part but actually round parts. You have to make sure that the plastic, when it's inside, it's not cooling down and hardening, because then it's very difficult to get it around the corner. And also the pressure will be so high if it's hardening, so that the extruder will be struggling with it. So why we wanted to use the solar cooker or any heating basically is to keep the plastic, when it's inside, keep it melted, so it's like it can be pushed more easily because it's still liquid.
Yeah,
so that's the idea. So here I think we will just now work with heating elements.
Yeah.
So we attach the heating elements around in the molds, so that it can stay
warm.
But still the pressure will build up because it's a lot of mass the extruder has to push.
Especially to
and
make
it
those
needs like
big mataruma for...
So that's not to underestimate, but we'll try. We have to try it. This is about pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can see who's pushing.
He's
like, we can do it.
Yeah.
As Ali says, anything is possible.
Yeah,
Somebody will ask him, oh, can you do this? He's like, anything is possible. He doesn't say no, you know?
I love that.
So between Ali and Katharina, they have a really good driving force, and then Davina, who you met also, she's doing so much as well. And yeah, it's an amazing team.
Yes.
Our 25 people out on the water without a single bad word being said between anybody for 10 days. No bad feelings. I mean, it was just...
Hakuna Matata.
You know, we had like the head scientific plastic macro...
So what are you doing here?
Filling the water tanks. So these are the basins that we use for washing.
Oh, right.
Filling one.
Don't want to drop my phone in there.
Because tomorrow we want to start washing.
Gotcha.
We haven't really washed until now, only one batch, because we wanted to first have our filtering system in place.
Okay.
So now the water, once it's used, can be filtered through like dirt water tank and then like sand and stone filter, and it can be reused and reused and reused.
Oh, beautiful.
So is that sand and stone in there?
Yeah, it's mainly, I thought there would be like sand as well, or charcoal or stuff like that, but basically I worked with someone here who does like filtering, so I just trusted him to see like what can I learn from that guy. But he basically just had 4 different rough meters, so it's basically bigger stones, smaller stones, even smaller stones, very small stones.
So no sand,
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of sand around.
Yeah, but no sand, like it's not as small as sand what we put in the smallest stuff, which I thought the smallest medium would be sand. But let's see, it's also testing again. I haven't done that kind of filtering before, so now it's testing. If I feel like I want to add another medium, I can add it in between. And so, yeah, so now this is quite exciting because we did one filtering like round already with the water we use for plastic washing plastic, which was quite dirty, but it came out quite clean. But now we really have to see in the daily, operation, how long can we keep 1,000 liters of water until we have to discharge it. And then we have to make like a water test to see what's the quality of that filtered
Right.
water? Is it actually something we can discharge into plants, like water of plants,
wow, yeah.
or is it too
Toxic,
contaminated?
yeah.
We don't know yet. Also something we have to test. A lot of
A
testing.
work in progress, yeah.
Yeah.
So then this is where you're gonna start drying it here.
Yeah. That is also has to be finalized, but yeah.
So then after it's shredded, and then I don't want to take your time if you want to go do something else. I told Ali you're free. You don't need to.
I
know
can
how
come back
time
again,
is
but you
going.
know anyway the whole process.
More or less.
I come back anyway.
Not as much as you. You just got a big.
Thank you so much, Katharina,
No
for your
worries.
I
time.
don't want to make you take your time. I know we're not here Saturday morning, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even though this week I travel, tomorrow I go to TV.
Okay.
So I'll go to my family
Nice.
for a week.
Good. Enjoy. You deserve it. Have fun.
Nafunga Mary.
Wapi.
Wapi.
Wewe unafunga.
masikini.
She's good. Yeah, I couldn't even stand up if I was fasting right now, man. I'd just be like, without water.
Are you fasting?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And you're, oh my
With
goodness.
all that energy. She's
I
just
cannot,
really
yeah, I cannot
bubbly.
I
even,
sometimes don't know what's wrong with me. If I still have energy with stuff. Friday we finished crushing the whole day, carrying things around. Then that day I was done. We were invited to Hassan making pizza. We made pizza. Pizza was done. Okay.
crashed,
And then
yeah.
the whole Saturday I just slept. It was good.
Good.
Pizza sounds
Yeah, you
good.
deserve it.
Yeah.
You make your own pizza?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why not?
With that thing?
Yeah, we could actually we made pizza with that thing already, but this last pizza we didn't make with that.
Yeah.
But it's possible. We can
It
make
gets,
a lot of stuff.
Anything is
it's
possible.
hotter than hell in that thing, yeah. No doubt, no doubt.
Okay, I'll come
Thank
back
you.
anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
Santa Sana.
Yeah.